Hello, I am Ariane. This is Truth Be Told, and I'm going to give a review for I Like Giving by Brad Vormsma. It's practical ideas and inspiring stories. This book was recommended by a pastor named Tim Zuniga, and the book is actually broken down into stories. It reminded me a little bit of Chicken Soup for the Soul, where it has different people and different experiences and what they did to give and what they gave, how they gave, maybe even sometimes why they gave. As Christians, we are called to love our neighbors, and love is action. And if you are not giving, then you're not really loving your neighbor. And giving isn't always in the form of money. I know a lot of people think, oh, but I don't have the money to do that. A lot of people do soup kitchens, so they give their time instead. And I know during this time of year, a lot of people think about, oh, I should help the people that are less fortunate than I am. And there's always someone that's less fortunate than you are. I've been poor, and I know that there was someone less fortunate than we were. So you can always help in some way, even if it's some simple kindness. Going to the grocery store, I like asking the elderly when they're done packing up their groceries if I can take their grocery cart back for them. Now, generally I end up using it, but I'm still taking it back for them. And you should see them light up. It's so simple. It is something that is so ridiculously simple, and they get so delighted. And they're like, oh yes, please, thank you. And of course, because you're putting a smile on someone else's face, you can't help but smile as well. You just see them light up, and it's so delightful. Anyways, this book has so many different suggestions. Some of them are very big, and some of them are small. But what I liked about this book is the ideas that it gave me. It started the wheels turning and thinking, oh, but I can do this, or how about, oh, wait, instead of that, how about if I did this instead? So, for instance, if you've ever been without a washer and a dryer, you've maybe washed your clothes in the kitchen sink or even the bathtub. But let's say you don't even have laundry soap. I used dish soap, and it works just as well. Now, I didn't have softener, mind you, but you know, you do what you have to do. So what if you took coins to the laundromat? Or better yet, what if you took detergent to the laundromat so that people could share the laundry soap to get, you know, to anyway, I just started coming up with all of these different ideas, things that I didn't have, things that I would have liked to have enjoyed when I was poor. And I know a lot of people think, oh, well, it's winter time, it's summertime, it's winter time, and so obviously people are cold, people are hungry, and this is the time that most people give. But this is something that we need to do year round. People are hungry all year long, not only in the winter time. Oh, I know a lot of people are cold right now. Something that I would recommend is if you have water bottles, we have these old rice vinegar bottles that we've rinsed out that we nuke water in. So we microwave water, we get the water hot, we use a funnel, we pour the hot water into these into these bottles. Thanks, Ben. Okay, so this one, the label is off. So we put hot water in here. Now, because it's glass, it conducts the heat and it makes it stay warm for a really long time. So if you don't have heat right now and you need a way to stay warm, this is an excellent way to stay warm. Now, I do recommend being safe. Like, please be careful once you put the hot water in it. It is extremely hot, but you can put this in your bed by your feet and it will warm. It's almost like a warming pan from, you know, the Victorian era or something. And I know a lot of people don't think like that anymore because we've gotten so spoiled with indoor heating. And I bring these in the car with me to warm my hands. I highly recommend this. Highly recommend it. Anyway, so this is a little tip for how to stay warm if you don't have heat right now. So anyways, I like giving. There's only one thing two things that I didn't like about this, and that was that Brad wanted to control the way his toddler eats. Now, toddlers have very small stomachs. They can eat a couple of bites and be full. Don't force a toddler to eat a lot at one time, Brad Formsma. I'm sure your toddler is no longer a toddler. However, your stomach is supposed to be the size of your fist. There are times where I can eat a couple of bites and be full. Listen to your body. Listen, let the child listen to their body. Don't force a child to overeat. Okay, that's one. Number two is that he is friends with a false Christian. And I don't say that lightly, but I know that this person has written a book about witchcraft and it is portrayed as Christian. So there's two things that I don't like about that. Mr. Brad Formsma is yoked with a non-Christian. We're not supposed to be unequally yoked. So anyway, excellent ideas. I strongly recommend thinking of ideas for giving. The more you give, the more you want to give. I did like that this book also gives information that when you give, it isn't always well received. So it's very humbling to have to accept help. It's hard for people to ask for help, and it's humbling to accept help. Now, you also have to be careful that people don't take advantage of your generosity and your kindness either. You have to have a boundary. There has to be a healthy boundary. You have to know when someone is being a moocher. So it was a good book. There were only those two things that I didn't like about it. And I hope you will consider giving all year. Make 2023 an excellent giving year. And it doesn't have to be money. So thank you very much for watching. And if you have any suggestions on how you give or how you would like to give, leave a comment below. And thank you very much for watching. Bye.